Immediately, I wanted to go shopping to find seating, but in the process of shopping, I came across this beauty. It is perfect for the brand. So this is kind of my mood board for the retail space. Throughout my life, I've had a myriad of pinnacle moments, from moving to Los Angeles from Chicago, ending up on television, meeting and marrying my husband, having our first child, becoming an organic skincare formulator, starting this business, ending up in pipeline, and now the newest adventure is having my own retail space. And so much has been done to lead up to this moment. So much has happened in the past 5 months that I cannot wait to share with you. And though so many amazing things are happening, it does not shield me from the trials and tribulations of starting and growing a business. And I am going to share them all with you in full transparency. Okay, I need to breathe because I just paid for packaging. The labels are one thing, okay? But boxes. Oh my God, you guys. There's the cost of the boxes, which is already astronomical, but then the shipping of the boxes. In the United States, I just don't understand. I just don't understand why it costs that. Oh my God. All right. I had a heart-to-heart with myself, my husband. We're gonna get our money back, my money back, and we're gonna be creative. This is gonna be a creative time for us. Okay. Great morning. Today is June 10th, and I am in my storage area, and I'm gonna be putting a couple more little things inside my storage so that I can clear out my my studio space, my closet, so that I can fit like more ingredients and packaging and things like that. I gotta make room, y'all. And so welcome back to Someday Sunday storage space, where I store all of our jars, equipment, anything that can no longer fit in the office that I have transformed into our lab. And I had no idea at this point that I'd be back and forth to this space for pop-up events. This is where I will store all of my vending equipment. You guys have no idea about all of this, but trust and believe, in the next few vlogs, you will know exactly what I'm talking about. And that is the big haul of the day, which was a small one. To the post office, got a package from a brand called Gen C. And, you know, it's so interesting because I'm still technically in the influencer space. And so I'm still working with, you know, I guess adjacent brands and things. I still get giftings. And what's really cool is that I get to see how kind of starter brands are packaging and shipping things. And, you know, it's been honestly a blessing to me. You know, as a business owner, like, I'm looking at the packaging and it's very, very simple, very basic. And I think sometimes we get in our heads about, you know, what should packaging look like, you know, how fancy it needs to be and all the things. Meanwhile, huge celebrity brands like Sacred come and the packaging is relatively simple. There was no boxes for any of the packaging, you know, like all the things that we see the sort of like luxury brands at a higher level have. A lot of the brands, when they're starting out, they actually don't have all that stuff. And so, like, it's a really good reminder for myself, like, that I can slow down and sort of just like piece things together as I go. And it's just been a really, really great reminder for me this week, especially considering the price of boxes and packaging. I've got to find another way. Now I am headed to Target to get more storage for my jar tops and random bits and bobs. I've actually been looking into dresses to wear for my brand. Like, I want to be able to wear more dresses. I think Someday Sunday is such a like feminine brand. I really want to make sure I have a wardrobe that fits that. Absolutely love this. It's like a top and then it comes with a skirt, but they don't have the skirt in my size, but I love the shape of this. But then they have this sort of like hot pink number, but then they don't have the top that fits. So now I have to look online. Let me give you guys a shot of this. Of course the white is going to be sold out. I love this little two-piece set idea. Finding my style as the CEO of a Bath & Body brand is something that had always been in the back of my mind. Of course, my body has changed since I've been in my 20s, and this was actually a bit of a challenge for me, but a fun challenge. Now, Someday Sunday is all about rest, relaxation, pouring back into yourself. And so many of the clothing items I ended up going with have a very calming, spa-like feel to them to add to the ambiance. I go with a lot of neutrals, a lot of whites, tans, browns, and muted colors. So this was the beginning of me figuring out what my style was going to be for the brand, and I simultaneously was trying to figure out what I was going to wear at my first pop-up event. I had about 2 or 3 weeks to prepare for it, and you'll see what that event was all about within the next few vlogs. It was my first opportunity to really launch the brand the week before opening the retail space. And a pop-up is kind of a temporary setup for a business where you can sell your products at markets, outdoor or indoor markets. This one's going to be outdoor, and I'm giving you a little sneak peek at what I decided to wear. I swear it's like everything I've been looking for is here today at Target. My goal in the clothing that I choose, it has to be comfortable, it has to be stylish, and it has to match the brand. And Target really was a great place for like the everyday wear of the brand. Not necessarily special occasions, but what am I going to wear on a day-to-day basis? And I really think that I achieved that. Simultaneously, I am figuring out the storage space for my office, for the lab. How am I going to store the jars, sanitize them, make sure that everything is up to GMP standards? Like, this has been such a process. We headed to a mall called Legends for my son's event. We were going to be watching Inside Out with the church, and we wanted to make it a day event. I love being with my family, but I did want to take this opportunity to get some shopping done. I ended up going to Express, and I love Express because not only do they have sort of professional tailored clothing at a really great price, they have a good balance of professional pieces with a youthful flair. And I found out that we are going to be on the news for the grand opening of the retail space, and I definitely wanted to make sure that I could find something that was professional, that had color, but still fell in line with the branding of Someday Sunday. So that's why you see me going with colors that are muted, that are soft, that really still remind you of relaxing. I should have gone with this dress, and I didn't. I regret it, but it is a very pretty dress. One of the things I rarely hear business owners, small business owners, talking about is your image and how you decide to represent your brand. It's so important. When I'm out and about and I'm meeting people and I'm telling them about this Bath & Body brand called Someday Sunday that I own, I want them to take me seriously. I want to come across as a professional, and I want to pique people's interest enough to go check out the website and really be invested in what I have to say and what we have to offer as a brand. And I do think that your presence and how you present yourself is so important. Outside of that, we had a great time with the church. July 26, 2024. This is the retail shop launch day. All of us business owners, at the time there were only 4 of us in total, we got it together. We fixed our spaces. This is Thrift the Runway by Sierra. She sells vintage fashion, weirdo nails. She does custom press-on nails. This is my space and my son. Oh my gosh, y'all. This was the best feeling ever. I feel like everything turned out amazing. My mother-in-law came and helped me set up the space, and just the packaging, the jars, the look, the vibe, everything was exactly what I wanted it to do. Shout out to Vanna for helping.
Oh, we did it! I did it! How are you? And I thought this is the perfect opportunity to test my ideas, to learn what customers like, to have fun with new formulations, expand the line.
LaToya Ebony Searle started crafting her skincare lines during COVID, but only officially started her Someday Sunday business in January. Now she's part of the Porterhouse KC network that's already helped dozens of systematically marginalized business owners thrive.
If I talk about the beauty community, Black and brown people are some of the highest investors in beauty products.
What's it like seeing investment in, people of color, community, and minority-owned businesses in a way that, isn't very common? What's it like to see a big storefront like this have a lot of JP Morgan Chase and the Copper Foundation putting money behind this kind of work?
It's incredible, and I think that it's no surprise that in the Black and brown community that we are invested the least in, less than 1%. And so to have foundations really be intentional with where they're putting their dollars, especially with Black and brown people who have done so much, not only for this community, but are injecting capital into this economy time and time again. If I talk about the beauty community, Black and brown people are some of the highest investors in beauty products. And so it's a huge market and an incredible... Excuse me. And so it's a huge market, and it's a huge missed opportunity for a lot of investors. And I am hoping that with investments, with grants, that I'm able to take advantage of this traction that I have and really propel it forward, because I envision Someday Sunday being really huge. I want it to be in luxury retailers like Sephora, like Nordstrom, Neiman Marcus, and I think that it can really stand with that. So
sure.
Having that support from investors would be really important.
Do you mind, I'm probably good on the interview side, do you mind walking us through your products?
Yeah.
Just kind of what you have, what they do.
I wanted to create a brand that reminded women to pour back into themselves.
LaToya Ebony Searle started her business Someday Sunday during the pandemic, slowly formulating her body butters and lip balm.
As an entrepreneur, it can be a very lonely journey. It's very independent. You have to have a lot of grit, and community means everything.
She's found community in the Porterhouse KC and the business owners under the roof of PHKC's retail incubator. Owners like Searles know each step may not be steady.
And you have to go back and keep iterating. I think that's like life and business, so it's been a great teacher.
These businesses are now open, and if you want to shop, you can check with each individual retailer at this incubator space to find out when they will be open. In Kansas City, Abby Dodge, KSHB 41 News.
So yeah, you don't mind kind of just taking us through.
Yeah. All right, so I have 2 main products. There is the Radiant Repair Lip Butter and the Tone and Tighten Body Cream. The Tone and Tighten Body Cream is an all-natural vegan body cream. It comes in 2 different scents, Vanilla Embrace, which is like a vanilla gourmand sort of scent. The Jasmine Lullaby, which is the jasmine ylang lavender for relaxation, really like connecting with the ethos of the brand. And then we have Clean Slate, which is the fragrance-free version for people who have sensitive skin and just want their fragrances, their other fragrances to sing. And it's called Tone and Tighten because it has the toning benefits of lots of tea extracts. It also has niacinamide for brightening. There is jojoba oil, which is really amazing because it's just like the oil that's secreted from our skin, mango butter base. So it's a really beautiful formulation and it goes on velvety smooth.
Great. I think I've got everything else to think about. So cool. Thank you so much. Awesome to meet you. So thanks for having me. I'm Kevin.
We ended up on the news, about 3 different news outlets, and I will link those articles below.
Before everyone comes. We are here at the grand opening space.
Yeah, right.
Oh yeah, where is the ribbon? We're doing a ribbon cutting with no ribbon.
It's working.
We ended up getting a huge turnout for the launch, and so many people from the community, so many sponsors and businesses came to support, and without them we would not have a retail space. So thank you to the Porterhouse KC for giving us this opportunity. We cut the ribbon. It got so busy. It was incredible to see family, friends, get new customers, introduce people to the brand. I had an amazing time, and I just want to thank everyone for coming out to support. If you live in Kansas City, come check us out at 811 East 31st Street. Let me tell you, at the beginning of this year, I had no idea that this would happen. I feel incredibly blessed. We launch online in the fall, so stay tuned.
The event was amazing. It was so fun. People asking me questions about the brand, purchasing, like getting to know the community, the business community as well. So many important like leaders and advocates, and like it was just awesome. Da Vinci, did you have a good time?
Yeah.
You had a good time. And now we are headed to some type of block party or something.
This time. Right foot, let's stop. Left foot, let's stop. Right foot again.
I had my grand opening. I wanted to create a brand that reminded women to pour back into themselves.
LaToya Ebony Searles started her business Someday Sunday during the pandemic, slowly formulating her body butters and lip balm.
Today is June 23rd, 2024, and it is my birthday.
We are gonna go into my old stomping grounds, Sephora State Street.